Now just some strenuous, I don't know, you call it scenery footage? It's called B-roll? I really don't know. I see it, I go, yeah, this is part of it. It's got the lighting. Look how foggy the window is. What's up, kitty? Alright. We're headed back. We're not doing any secret Uber right now. We're trying to avoid that. Security guy got ran me off. I could still put it on my taxes. I should be talking about that to the world. There's no such thing as secret Uber. It was really Uber. Special ops Uber. I don't know. I may have to go to court here in October 10th because I'm playing legit right now, so I'm gonna have to get on a payment plan. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm gonna send off the werewolf film, whatever it's in, to Grim Life on October 9th. I'm gonna send a video that says I'm gonna send a video out that's gonna say until the next video. And then October 10th, I'm going to apply for an extension, and I'm not going to talk about everything that I owe. I owe student loans. I owe a lot of money. I've been poor most of my life. I've only made, the most I've ever made was about maybe $38,000, maybe $30 to $38,000. I had a chance with A.D.W.C to make $6,000 a month. I couldn't pull it off. I couldn't get my mind right, so I went back to doing cleaning houses and writing and I don't know what was that. What else what I was doing? Roadie, delivery. Oh wow! Let's just check this out. See that come out? Missed it by about 100 yards. Sometimes it'll fly right over my head. There's the airport. I had a chance to make a little money with Alder. But I'm gonna apply for an extension and see what kind of payment plan I can get on, and hope for the best. I'll vlog in front of the courthouse. It is, you know, for the tip jar incident, which I think was out of anxiety, me just not having my head on right, which I never really took the tip jar. It did fall out of the bag and they were able to retrieve it. I think the guy went too far holding me there, but they had to ticket me, and I think it's like $631 to pay it. If I don't have the full amount, then I'll have to ask for a payment plan, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to have it. I might be able to have a partial amount of it, but I'll send out a farewell vlog right in front of the courthouse. I guess it's for what they call misdemeanors. It's a misdemeanor level. And I got in trouble once in Long Beach, a false charity charge, which I think was a bogus charge. I don't think it was a legit charge. It was a telemarketing thing out of my apartment for the police and sheriff support fund. It was a ridiculous thing. And then there he goes. And then there was a time when I had checked on my first wife, my beautiful wife Sarah, because she was hanging out with these people I didn't really want her hanging out with, and I went over there when she was my fiance and looked in the garage, and her father is this Italian Sicilian guy who's also Vietnam vet for Navy. He was on submarines and stuff. He had some hearing problems and stuff like that, and the cops was there. They pulled up on me. They threw me in the slammer for 17 hours, and then he dropped the charges because he was a great guy. Sarah and I got married, and we were married for like 6 years. We mostly just had fun. Our marriage was about fun, and we played cards all the time. We'd watch Psych. We had a beautiful marriage. We'd watch all these different Lost was a really big thing on TV. She had me watching all these television shows, and I was trying to get back into writing scripts. I wasn't really able to. I was mostly playing video games, SOCOM, and her father was, it's kind of like the father in Meet the Parents, the Nero character. He wasn't like CIA, but he was a pretty intelligent guy. He was in the Navy in the Vietnam, the Tonka Bay. There weren't a whole lot of submarines in Vietnam. But he's a good guy. I don't know if he's still around, but he gave me a book about a sniper in Vietnam that I had read. And I got to do a little indie film called Backpage, which was a little embarrassed of, but it got a little bit of attention. And I got to audition out in Dallas for soap operas and things like that, but never really landed anything. So I eventually got back into writing. Sarah left me a long time ago. I think it was like 2011. Yeah, she left, and then we got divorced. It was a very quiet divorce. No arguments on anything. And, I didn't contest anything. It was fine. She went her way. I went my way. I was hoping that she would go into American broadcast, or she studied at A.D.W.C, American Broadcast School in Arlington. And she was the one that got me introduced to David Lynch. And she had a friend that made The Strangers. He came out of Crowley. He went over to Hollywood and made the movie The Strangers. A great horror film. That was like her kind of friend boy, like not a boyfriend, but a friend. And he, I never got to meet the guy, but he studied in Austin and then went over to Hollywood. And then she moved on, and we decided just not to talk anymore. Haven't talked to her in a long time. She's by far a very beautiful person. You know, Italian women, they're just completely beautiful. A smoker, just like they are, but I hope she quit smoking, but I smoke too. And I did write with Sarah. I wrote like short stories, poetry. She one time got mad at me because I belonged to this poetry workshop, and she hit me one time when I wasn't paying attention to her because she was upset. It wasn't that bad. It was, how men and women are. I wasn't really paying attention to her. I was writing too much and stuff like that. And that's when we lived in the Crowley place. I wrote one short story called Blind Crossing and things like that. I don't want to get into the whole thing about it. But anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I was talking about my first wife. I ended up getting divorced, and then later on went to Maine, and then I met my second wife, Angel, when I got back to Texas in 2013. We married, and we had, from the moment when I sat down and met Angel, 6 months later we were having our first kid. From the moment I sat down and talked with her and had tea, well, actually I had water at Starbucks. We played chess. Played a game of chess. I went out and bought a chessboard. We sat down just like Ingmar Bergman, because I knew Sarah would be the death of me. Oh, not Sarah. I'm sorry. I knew that Angel would be the death of me. Angel was kind of special. I think she wanted to be a writer. From what I know, she wanted to be a writer. She had this idea of the story the story name was Never a Dull Moment. So we sat down and we played chess, and it was like an homage to Ingmar Bergman, playing chess with death. But Angel turned out not to be the death of me, but she had 3 of my children, and I've never seen anything more sacrificial in my life, and not in my life. This woman was sacrificial, and she had the 3 babies, David, Elizabeth, and then later on Gwendolyn. Beautiful children. I don't get to see them, but after that divorce, I ran off eventually from Cleanest Ranch in Irving to Carrollton at the mansion at Sunset Ridge, and then I started p.s.s, which is the Please Subscribe Show, or p.s.s. And then eventually Linda came on board. I was only uploading B-roll under my name, Cole Spivey. There was no Please Subscribe Show until Linda came in. I think Linda's secretly a genius, guys. She's posted a couple of stuff, very combobulated. I don't even know how to say the word. She's done like 2 or 3 vlogs herself on iMovie. I'm trying to teach her, but she hurt her thumb at Subway. She's been a fast food worker most of her life. She's worked at Sonic for like 13 years and stuff. She was also kind of a star sprinter at Plano East High School, and she's full of energy. But the thing about Linda was, I think she came into my life, and the Please Subscribe Show started to develop, I think because of Linda. But I had written a comedy called The Filmmakers, which was about a ghost. It was a ghost story comedy. And I wanted her to be a part of The Filmmakers because I was going to try another feature, because I tried The Projectionist, but it failed. We ran out of funding. And then I was going to do one called The Filmmakers, and she was going to be in it. She was going to play the wife character of the filmmaker. And they were called The Filmmakers. We uploaded our first like test run kind of thing, and it got thousands of views. It was like our first daily. We uploaded it. It was called The Filmmakers. It was her beach ball hurricane scene. It did very well, and she's been along the ride with p.s.s, which is the Please Subscribe Show, which is basically just Cole Spivey's channel. It's just a thing that we add on to it so you can subscribe. Anyway, Just wanted to throw that out. Some of the footage, I like a lot of space and it to be very clean. You know, I don't want this car, like there's going to be a car coming up because I'm a slow driver. Like, I don't like that. It makes me look like I'm going backwards. But occasionally it gets quiet out on the highway and I can get like a very smooth, you know, and the road is very smooth. It's very clean. I don't like the windows being a little bit dirty. You know what I mean? I have kind of a thing that I want to see, you know. Here comes another one. It's not their fault. It's a little Volkswagen. They don't know that they're driving by a filmmaker. They just think, oh, I'm just driving by. It'd be like, you know, if Francis Ford Coppola, who hadn't made it yet, had a nice little camera, or Scorsese, golly, you know, if Scorsese was a vlogger, could you imagine the amount of dialogue? Could you imagine? Or Robin Williams, you know, he was doing mime on the streets of Hollywood. He didn't have an iPhone, but thank God they found him for Mork and Mindy. You know, he had a microphone. They had microphones, you know. They were stand-up comedians. There's a lot of them on YouTube. They're very good. I can name, there's A.D.W.C, Jordan the Lion's great, Scott on Tape, Grim Life Collective. There are a lot of stars that are doing very well in what they do. Grim Life, they're like, you know, it's like Stanley Kubrick, you know. The rest of them are a bunch of comedians, kind of, you know. And they all just picked the phone up and became celebrities. And their friends that hang, you know, they have friends that hang around them. They're minor celebrities. They're like local celebrities, like Explorin' Ryan. You got Chris the Girl, Tampa J. They're mostly all Florida. They're like a little Florida gang. The only Texas one that we have that connects with them is Video Bob. And Video Bob's out in Dallas. I haven't ran across him. He talked about Pantera. Jordan Lyon was out at the gravesite of Pantera, of, you know, Dimebag Daryl, about a week or two, maybe 2 or 3 weeks right after Linda and I went over there and vlogged the grave of the brothers, which is out there in Arlington. And I'm surprised we didn't end up running into each other. But Video Bob's connected with Vegas, so he brings his cars. He does all this car specialty stuff. Complete genius. He looks like a skinhead, but he's not. He's got red suspenders and a big beard, like, you know, bald head. He hangs out with Jordan the Lion sometimes. I think he's even met A.D.W.C. And he's out in Vegas. He does like those Back to the Future DeLorean cars, restores those and other stuff like that. He restores vehicles and stuff, and he's going out in Vegas and stuff. They had a powerful, Jordan the Lion and Video Bob had a powerful vlog, I believe, about Paul, Dimebag Daryl and his brother. But anyway, I'm surprised, you know, I don't know. We're still small time, though. We're only 700 subscribers right now. But anyway, I think it's an interesting way to look at entertainment nowadays. This is only going to be like a minute long, so. Taking that high mix master right on to 30. I'm sure there's a few others that have gotten it. I find these passes over time. We're gonna quit at St. Paul Lutherans and read the Bible verse of the day. This is gonna be a long vlog. I don't know why I do this to myself. What am I doing? Help me. I just need an editor, you know, help me. You know, these filmmakers need editors. You know, Scorsese needed okay, hang on. Let's see, St. Paul Lutherans, here we go. Be doers of the word. James, that's an important book. James 1:22, a book I need to read. Is Thelma Shoemaker? Is that who he used? God, I've got so much stuff to remember. Scorsese, I think, used Thelma Shoemaker, maybe. He needed her. It's amazing he used a female editor. She thought like how he, you know, I don't know if he used her for Taxi Driver, but he's used her for so much other stuff. And because Taxi Driver, I'm putting down as the best film of all time. I do that, I don't know. I put it over 8.5 Fellini. I put it over any film that's been made in modern time. It's like a time capsule, the greatest film of all time. Right now, I haven't seen one better. Not even 2001, not even Kubrick stuff, nothing. And not even Lynch's stuff. Isn't that crazy? Take all Lynch's stuff. I don't think any of it's anywhere near as good as Taxi Driver. Sorry, Lynch. But I do like Eraserhead, and I like Twin Peaks. And I think David Lynch is the most talented filmmaker since Fellini. But I don't think it's going to be better than Taxi Driver. It's just he nailed it from point A to point C. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I think he nailed it for some reason. Maybe it's just the way that my mind is. But I'm a big fan of all Lynch's stuff. And a lot of people say Lynch is the best, you know. I think he's better than Lucas. Yeah, I know. Got it. I think he's better than Lucas and Spielberg. I think Lynch is. But to say he's made work better than Taxi Driver, I would say no. But I don't know if Scorsese's a more creative director than Lynch. I think Lynch is probably the most creative that we've had since Fellini. But I think that Scorsese created one of the greatest films of our generation that was like a version of like Citizens Kane importance, which was Taxi Driver. But then again, you know, I think Lynch is important too. So I don't want to get into a whole argument about things. I think Blue Velvet's a masterpiece, probably one of his best, is I'd say Blue Velvet. Lucy, I'm home with the steamer. Oh, hang on. Okay. Right there. Are you decent? Okay, you're holding toilet paper. Okay, well, it was a nightmare. They're new homeowners, and you know, it's like there's so much space in the house trying to clean it. I gotta get rid of these mop heads. Hey, that other one's drying, right? Because I got another one tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. I'm vlogging, so I went into Vlogmania. Sorry. Oh, we're having toilet paper for dinner?
Yes, toilet paper.
Oh, what's that? That buttered toilet paper?
Yes.
With what are these, bell peppers?
Yes.
We're having bell pepper and toilet paper. Why are you using toilet paper, sweetie? I want to talk to you. That toilet paper, I bought that toilet paper. You got this in here. That.
That's been there for.
Don't use toilet paper.
Sanitary.
Don't go that
We'll
way.
get another roll.
We'll lose too much toilet paper.
Okay, I'm washing towels tomorrow, okay?
Okay, but don't use toilet paper to wash
I'm keeping
stuff.
a separate towel for my dishes, okay?
Okay.
Do you understand that?
We'll get
Do
into
you
it.
understand that?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
Okay, but not the toilet paper.
Okay.
Okay. I want to bring it back.
Dirty. Take off dirty shoes, dirty shoes.
Okay, I'll take it off in just a minute.
Dirty shoes.
All right. But seriously, are you going around cleaning stuff with the toilet paper?
Yes.
Okay, don't do that, please.
I'll get you new one.
What's Kitty doing? Kitty's looking at the steamer mop. I gotta clean this thing. Watch out, Kitty. Watch out, Kitty. Watch out. You're gonna get hit, Kitty. Out of the way. There we go. See what I told you? What did I tell you, Kitty? I told you to watch out. And what'd you do? You braved it. Right? All right. What? I didn't log into the Whataburger app. I would have got a free Whataburger if I would have logged in. They said, we miss you. And then they gave me a redeemed Whataburger. I paid for my Whataburger today. So the vlog that you watched about the Whataburger, where I was eating the Whataburger, I could have had that for free. But I added cheese, so it cost me an extra 59 cents for an extra large piece of cheese. I'm also still working on my play called Also, I've come up with another title for that play, Notes on Life. And this is my dinner that I'm... Sweetie, can you cover it and put it in the microwave? Look at it. You know what this is? It's ramen noodle with bell peppers. As in ramen noodle with bell peppers. I'm 50 years old. Look at this right here. UFC fighter maybe, right? It's a pretty good one. Doing my push-ups. I've been doing my push-ups. No Mark Wahlberg, but still, you know, I could, you know, kind of like blow pepper in his mouth or in his nose. I blow pepper at you. Anyway, I will get back to you later. I'm doing the push-ups in I did 50, and then I do a 20, and I do like a 20. I go for 30. So it's 50 push-ups, and then 30, and then another 30. So it's 50, that's 80, like 110, and then I'm doing like a sit-up routine. I'm actually doing 50 sit-ups in a row, like 50 of them. I don't want to brag. I just can't believe I'm doing that, because I hurt my back not very long ago. I couldn't do one, and now I'm up to doing 50 again. Look at this right here. Getting it right here. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you know, like I go to bed at night and I wake up and I watch a vlog like this where the car's going for a long time and I fall asleep to it, you know, so forgive me. I'm trying to be entertaining, but I do that. I'm sleeping on the couch and then I wake up and I'm watching this vlog, a video log of someone driving, and they don't say anything, they don't talk or anything. And I'm like, what in the world's going on? And then I, turn the TV off and I go back in the bedroom and go to sleep, lay next to Linda until I wake up. And then usually what I do is I'm sleeping, and then I wake up, and then I edit some, and then I go back to bed, and then I wake up again, and I'll edit, and then I'll send up the footage and send up, like what the footage is about, and I watch it really quick, and then I go back to bed, and I wake up. It's really just like sickness is what it is. But anyway, enjoy more of the road here. Sorry, I wanted to try to entertain you as we did this.